So my name is Maddie Haynes, and I'm the lead for the resident engagement portion of the Regional Data Platform project on the Esri side. As Caitlin just shared, and as you all know, the general plan update process is quite complex, and the set of configurable tools that the Regional Data Platform will provide seek to make the general plan update process easier for you to complete. One example of such a tool is this General Plan Update Initiative site. This prototype example is for the City of Fullerton, but I want to note that we envision these prototypes that I'm sharing today as being resources that are made available to member agencies through the Regional Data Platform that are easy to configure and provide a starting point for agencies of all sizes in GIS maturity. This site, built using ArcGIS Hub, provides a platform for resident engagement and a centralized location for member agencies to inform your residents about the general plan update process. For this prototype, the page starts by introducing what the general plan is and providing some context to residents about its importance for guiding the vision and the future of the city. It next introduces opportunities for residents to get involved, promoting engagement through sharing data and information directly with residents, such as through the local profile, or through two-way engagement, leveraging ArcGIS Hub's ability to create a collaborative environment for two-way communication between residents, city planners, and other stakeholders, such as through these events. Here on the page, we're using an element to share a timeline to inform residents of the phases of the general plan update process so that progress can be tracked and residents can understand completed or upcoming work phases. Next, we have an example of how you can introduce the individual general plan elements, including a brief description of the element to continue informing the resident of the content and coverage of the general plan. And finally, the page closes out by providing some contact information to continue promoting conversation and transparency between residents and the member agency. Today, I want to share an example of how each of the individual elements you can continue to inform and engage residents around that specific topic. For example, on this housing element page, for the prototype, we have followed a similar structure by first introducing the resident to what the element is, as well as providing some context of three of the main purposes of this element, such as providing guidance on policy or monitoring performance. We then include a brief section that introduces the Regional Housing Needs Assessment as the guiding document for the housing element and provide a connection between the regional work that SCAG does back to the work that you as a member agency do at a local level. And now through reviewing Fullerton's current housing element, we saw that the initial section focuses on analyzing the community's housing needs. So through integration of other data-driven products such as this dashboard, Hub can be used as a mechanism to enable residents to explore related data and increase resident awareness, or to help validate established housing policies. And finally, you can introduce any policy actions which arise from the element, which in the case of Fullerton include housing production and affordability. I also have another example I'd like to show of land use. And included here, we show again how we similarly begin by introducing the element and providing some context to the resident. And then we show another example of how Hub can integrate with your data, maps, or other interactive experience, such as through this land use map for the city of Fullerton, where a resident could come in and see specific land use throughout the city and interact with the map to learn more. Now, as I briefly mentioned, while this prototype was built for the city of Fullerton, the tools developed through the Regional Data Platform will be customizable from the content to the layout, so dependent on each member agency's needs and skill sets, you could use this page as is with some changes to branding, color, or for smaller agencies, and more advanced or larger agencies could go and customize further.